Migori County today woke up to the shock of the murder of a student who has been missing since Monday. The body of Sharon Otieno, who was a former student at Rongo University, was found by police in the cold Kodera Forest on Tuesday night and later positively identified by her father at around 1 a.m. Wednesday.
Before her name became a headline, Sharon Otieno was a daughter, a mother of 3, and a hopeful university student pursuing medical records and information in Rongo University. Born and raised in Homa Bay County, Sharon was known to be outspoken, ambitious, and determined to secure a better future, not just for herself, but for her children. Her close friends described her as a smart and fearless young woman, but behind the bright smile was a woman entangled in a relationship that would cost her her life. At only 26, Sharon's story would become one of the most disturbing murder cases in Kenya, one that involved a powerful politician, an unborn child, and a country asking, how far can power reach to silence the truth? This is the story of Sharon Otieno, a story of power, betrayal, and a fight for justice. Welcome to Buried Voices, where we uncover true crime and mystery stories from Kenya and beyond. In every episode, we aim to deliver balanced and factual narratives while honoring the dignity of victims and respecting their loved ones. Please note, this story is based on publicly available reports, news coverage, and court documents. The case is still ongoing in court, and all individuals mentioned are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Our goal is to present the facts as reported and to honor the memory of the victim while respecting all parties involved. If you find value in these stories, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a case. Sharon Otieno was born and raised in a small town in Homa Bay County to her mother, Melida Auma, and father, Douglas Otieno. She began her education at Rangwe Quality School, where she sat for her KCPE in 2007. Her performance earned her a spot at the prestigious Ogande Girls High School in 2008. However, due to financial challenges, she was forced to leave the school in 2009. Determined to continue her education, Sharon later joined Magare Secondary School in Homa Bay, where she sat her KCSE in 2011. Around 2016, she enrolled at Rongo University to pursue a diploma in Health and Medical Records Information System, but in the year 2018, she deferred her studies due to pregnancy-related reasons. Before joining university, Sharon had been in a long-term relationship with a high school teacher named Bernard Okuta. Together, they had 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy. The couple reportedly separated in early to mid-2017, just a few months after Sharon joined Rongo University. Though they lived together and raised their children together, there was no official marriage as Sharon declined the dowry offer. According to her family, she was never formally married, and so, after their separation, the children remained with her parents in Homa Bay County. Sharon Otieno was in a romantic relationship with the then-Migori Governor Okoth Obado, and reports suggest that she was pregnant with his child. The relationship that was once sweet had turned sour, and Sharon felt abandoned. Therefore, she decided it was time to tell her side of the story. Sharon reached out to journalist Barack Odwor with a story about how the governor had abandoned her and their unborn child. Barack agreed to meet her and listen to what she had to say.
This is the first day I interviewed Sharon. I asked the lady again, so you've brought all this, you have all this evidence. When did the governor supported you last?
Shortly after, Governor Obado called the journalist directly, claiming that he had gotten Barack's number from a mutual friend. He insisted Sharon was blackmailing him and that any further communication about this particular matter would be handled by his personal assistant, Mr. Michael Oyamo. Wanting to hear both sides, Barack and Sharon agreed to meet with Oyamo. On September 3rd, 2018, events took a dark and chilling turn. Sharon, Odwor, and Oyamo sat in the back, and just meters into the ride, Oyamo got out. Suddenly, two unknown men entered, replacing Oyamo and sandwiching Sharon and Barack between them. The doors locked and the car drove off. Sensing danger, Barack Odwor threw himself from the moving car, sustaining injuries but escaping with his life. Sharon Otieno never made it out. Her lifeless body was discovered in Kodera Forest the next day. It was a horrific scene. Raped and stabbed multiple times with injuries suggesting torture. According to the government pathologist, Dr. Johansen Odwor, Sharon's body was in a grim state. Pale and flaccid, with skin slipping off her arms and legs, signs of extreme blood loss and trauma. Dr. Odwor testified Sharon suffered 7 stab wounds and 2 slash wounds, 2 slashes below her left ear, and multiple deep penetrating injuries across her back, neck, shoulders, flank, and abdomen. The autopsy also revealed bleeding at the root of the tongue, while her right lung had collapsed. Of the 7 stab wounds on Sharon's body, 1 pierced her abdomen, puncturing her uterus, and stabbed the fetus in her womb. Muscles on the left side of her neck had completely detached from the bone, revealing the brutality of her killers. The outcry was immediate, and protests erupted in Homa Bay and Nairobi County, civil rights groups demanding justice for Sharon. Investigations pointed to a web of conspirators allegedly close to Governor Obado. Arrests followed, including that of Michael Oyamo, who was the governor's personal assistant, and Caspal Obiero, a clerk at Migori County. In October 2018, Governor Obado himself was arrested and charged with the murder of Sharon Otieno and her unborn child. He denied the charges and he was released on a 5 million Kenyan shilling cash bail under strict conditions. Before we wrap up, here is a look at the most recent developments in the Sharon Otieno murder trial. It has been nearly 7 years since Sharon's tragic death, but the fight for justice still continues. In January 2025, Justice Cecilia Kithwa ruled that the former Migori Governor Okoth Obado, his personal assistant Michael Oyamo, and the county clerk Caspal Obiero all had a case to answer in Sharon's murder. However, the charges relating to her unborn child were dropped based on legal technicality that the baby was not born alive under the Kenyan law. In April 2025, Governor Obado took the witness stand. He admitted to the affair and confirmed that Sharon was carrying his child. He claimed he tried to support her, even buying land and planning to build her a house, but he firmly denied having any role in her murder. After testifying, Obado rested his case and chose not to call any further witnesses. In May 2025, Michael Oyamo began his defense. He acknowledged meeting Sharon at a hotel in Rongo on the day of her disappearance, but like Obado, he denied any involvement in what happened next. The prosecution has presented 42 witnesses, including the pathologist, the law enforcement, and journalist Barack Odwar, who is the only person who escaped the abduction alive. They also introduced DNA evidence linking Governor Obado to Sharon's unborn child. The trial remains in the defense phase and the final verdict is still pending. And for Sharon's family and for Kenya, the wait for justice continues. Almost 7 years later, justice for Sharon Otieno is still not served. Even with all the media attention and public pressure, her case is still dragging on. But this is more than just a slow trial. It shows how difficult it can be to get justice in Kenya, especially when powerful people are involved. Sharon's murder was cruel. Her story reminds us how vulnerable young women can be and how the justice system sometimes lets them down. Do you believe that Sharon Otieno's killers will ever be brought to justice? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Your voice matters and keeps these stories alive. As the trial continues, we can only hope that the truth will come out and Sharon's family will finally get the justice they deserve. But one thing is certain: Sharon Otieno and her unborn child will not be forgotten. May they continue resting in peace. If you found this story powerful, remember to subscribe for more real true crime stories. Let's bring light to the untold. Do you believe justice will be served for Sharon? Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, stay safe.